Listen, to be quite frank, I have to be a lot better. I mean, that to me, when I self-reflect and look at the murder of Mr. Floyd and look at I mean, I feel like I haven't done enough, and I feel like I need to do more. But before I do anything, I need to become educated, and I need to listen. We've had a great group of former players that have reached out, and we've had experiences that they've shared in the past in our program that, I wish I was able to have their trust more, that they would have shared that while they were in the program, and really learn from that, and take time for issues and policies that maybe I had in place or allowed to have happen, and frankly take ownership, take accountability and responsibility for it, and open up dialogue to be able to find solutions to improve the experience of our players. And I'm not going to, out of respect to our young man, I'm not going to mention his name, but he said, "Coach, change happens one person at a time." And I said, well, then change needs to start with me. And so, we started our dialogues that way. Well, we're going to have a team meeting on Wednesday, with just our Black players, myself and some of our staff. And so we've had dialogue. We've made some changes initially in the athletic department. It's a challenging, every college, but especially a private school, it's a challenging environment for our Black student athletes. There's no question about that. And so, as one of the leaders on our campus, I challenged myself. When I heard about accountability, that got me excited, because I think that that's what being a coach and a leader is all about. You have to make choices and decisions, and when you don't, you have to be able to own them, and you have to have the confidence in yourself that you may not have understood that your intent wasn't to be a certain way, but the impact was obviously one that, when you look at it from a different lens, that you can learn from and you can make positive change from. So I think we're not even, if I were to use a football analogy, I don't even think we're in training camp yet. I mean, I think we're in initial dialogues. And I think if we move forward with, I think just the ability to have, great conversation. I've heard people say challenging conversations or tough conversations. I think those are great opportunities to learn. I think they're great opportunities to share. And I think they're great opportunities for people to come together. And that's the way that I'm approaching those things. And I'm really leaning on our players. I'm leaning on my staff. I'm leaning on my friends. I'm leaning on my teammates. I'm leaning on leadership here at the university. I'm leaning on our former players. And I'm just trying to become as educated and learn as much as I possibly can, because as a white man and a white head football coach, there's no way I can understand and truly appreciate the environment that I've totally created until I am able to create that safe space for our players. And I'm able to listen and really learn and be empathetic. And then we'll move forward and be able to empower our guys to have dialogue on how they'd like to see some things changed. And then, we have to be active and we have to do our part. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. And, I look forward to just continuing to move forward in those directions here in the micro at Northwestern, in the kind of sphere that I can have that, one person can make change. It's been very top of mind for me. And then, obviously the Big Ten's anti-racism and anti-hate coalition. Frankly, I made a choice not to put my name on there so I could allow more of my staff members to be on that. And then I sit in the room with my staff members and listen to each call and each discussion. So I wanted to be able to empower some of our assistant coaches that are Black to be able to have that opportunity, because I just felt like, that they were going to limit the scope. To see the outpouring of people that want to make a difference is awesome. So just trying to work through it one day at a time, one conversation at a time, and all those are one opportunity at a time to get better.